What's up, YouTube? It's Nooch, the Console Samurai, here to talk to you today about a new game I picked up this weekend. It's called Bound by Flame. I picked it up on the PS4. For those of you who are looking, it is not available on the Xbox One. It's only PS4, PS3, and Xbox 360. I don't know why the Xbox One was not included in that. I have no clue. Very strange. So, I picked up this game, and for those of you who have never heard of it, it is an action RPG with a choose-your-own-adventure kind of feel to it. They said on the box, you play a character, you kind of customize a little bit, make him look the way you want. You can name him, but they're gonna call him by the default name throughout the game. So don't waste your time if you do pick up the game. You can switch between the warrior and the ranger class with the touch of a button. At a very early point in the game, you get possessed by a fire demon. And this is relevant because you're a soldier and you're fighting the Ice Lords, which are 7 immortal mages. So, you get possessed by a fire demon, and obviously, come with powers. You also become a fire mage. You can switch between these three pretty seamlessly. They do a pretty good job with that. And as you level up, you also get skill points that you can attribute to whichever one of these 3 classes you want, or just basic upgrades and boosts. Things like health potions do more good for you. You know, takes less ingredients to make health potions, and so on and so forth. So it's a really cool idea, and you can romance your characters, the party members you pick up throughout the game. You can only romance opposite sex characters if that's relevant to you. Just putting it out there. So I was interested in checking this out. So I went and I picked it up used from GameStop, great devil of used video games. I brought it home, played it for 2 days, 3 days. And I have to say, after playing for a little while, the novelty wore off. It really did. I thought this was going to be a really good game, but battle system, it just kind of ruined it for me. It was simultaneously slow and a little bit fast, because there are times where your character seems to move a little bit slow, and there are bullet time effects. I'm not talking about those, which are kind of cool, but your character is very slow as a warrior, is very fast as the ranger, but you can only dodge as the ranger. And you have to dodge. You have to learn to dodge. Because if you don't learn to dodge, you're going to get your ass handed to you. Because even very early in the game, on normal difficulty, I'm not playing on hard, on normal difficulty, some of the enemies can kill you in 1 or 2 hits. They're not, enemies you're not supposed to be messing with. They're wandering out there in the area you start in. The enemies are extremely strong for having such a flawed dodging mechanism. And the warrior can't dodge at all. He can kick the enemies, but that doesn't do much against a lot of the bigger enemies and a lot of the stronger enemies. So yeah, you can switch between all these classes pretty easily, but the battle system, the actual implementation of the battle system itself, needed a lot more work, in my opinion. What I thought was going to be an action RPG kind of became kind of game where you wander aimlessly. You're looking for items. You're looking for enemies. You're trying to do side quests and stuff. It's more action than RPG, which, if you like action, perfectly fine. I never got to really any point where I saw any of these consequences for the choices I made, and I didn't finish the game. I only got about 10 or 12 hours in before I lost interest in the game. So I brought it back. Got a new game. Well, not new, but I got a different game. But it seemed to me like they weren't really sure what kind of game they wanted to create from the beginning. So they cobbled together little bits and pieces of different genres, which is never a good idea. If you want to make 2 or 3 different games, make 2 or 3 different games. Don't take 3 ideas and put them together into one game, because then you get games that piss people off, like Final Fantasy 13, which is the most hated of all the Final Fantasy games, even more than 7, and that one gets a lot of hate. So, what I have to say, I really don't recommend anybody pick up Bound by Flame. I thought it was going to be good. It sounds really good, based on the case and cover art. Looks cool. Looks really good. Sounds like a great idea. But once you get it home, you play with it. I was not impressed, not in the slightest. So I returned it, and I'm going to go ahead and give this game a rating of 6. I gave it time because I was hoping that it was going to pick up. I was hoping I was going to get into it. You know, start off an RPG. It starts off a little slow. You know, it takes a little time to get into it. It just continued to plod along. So, that is my review. Bound by Flame on the PS4. Give it a 6 out of 10. Once again, this is Nooch, the Console Samurai. I'll see you around.